If you're looking to start a profitable business with $0, then this is the right video for you. Technically, there are so many different business models that you could start with $0, but some of them won't really have the potential to make you very wealthy. And if you're on this channel and you're watching this video right now, then I'm assuming that one of your goals in life is to build significant wealth or to have an online business that provides you with freedom and abundance. And I know that there are so many videos online and on YouTube that just list out a bunch of different businesses that you can start with $0, but in this video, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to start off by explaining which businesses you should absolutely avoid, especially if you're a beginner and you don't really have much money to invest in the first place. If your goal is to become very wealthy, investing in real estate can be a good strategy to build new assets that are going to bring in some money and increase your net worth. That said, I highly discourage 99.9% of you from trying to get started in real estate if you don't already have a significant amount of capital to invest into it. You have to be careful, and let's be honest, most of the advice that you are going to get from online marketers telling you that you can get started in real estate with $0 or that you can get no money down deals, it's just crap. A lot of investors actually use real estate mostly as a way to secure their wealth in the event of a crisis or inflation, so you should especially avoid real estate if you don't have a lot of capital and also a lot of time, because real estate is a full-time job, contrary to what people tell you online. It's not like an online business or like a side hustle that you can work on a couple hours per day on the side when you've already taken care of all of your obligations. Making money in real estate is very difficult, especially if you are just starting out and you don't have much capital or much knowledge as to how to become wealthy using real estate. The best way that you can make money with real estate would be to find properties that are undervalued and that you can renovate, so that after the renovation, the property could be sold for an extra $50,000, for instance. But right now, these kind of deals are very difficult to find and also to make a profit from. So what you want to do instead is to use investing in real estate as a way to secure your wealth. But in order to do that, you must first build your wealth. And the best way to do that nowadays, it is to start an online business. Online business is literally the opportunity of the century to get wealthy, and more people are starting to realize it now. Another business is software, but software is actually a very difficult business to get into because you need to have a great idea, and believe it or not, but it's actually quite difficult to find an idea for a software that will actually be needed and also utilized by people. It's so easy to hype yourself up and to create something that you think people are going to want, and then it turns out that no one really cares. Another reason why it's very difficult to get started in the software industry is because it requires a huge amount of capital to get started. You not only need to code the software, to design the platform, but you also need to spend a gigantic amount of money on customer acquisition. The truth and the sad reality for most software companies is that they're going to need to take years of pouring money down the drain in order to become profitable later on. A lot of software companies use the free trial method in order to acquire new leads and new customers. So what they do is that they offer a free trial to people so that those same people have time to utilize the product and realize how helpful and how valuable it is, so that they sign up for a paid subscription if they want to keep using the service. However, for the software company, again, like I said, they need to spend a lot of cash upfront for this method to work. Because for instance, they not only need to use paid advertising or other forms of paid promotions in order to get people to sign up to their free trial, but they also need to maintain the costs of running the entire system. And it's not unusual for a software company to spend a couple $100s to acquire a single customer, and it's also not unusual or unheard of for a software company to be deep in the hole, financially speaking, for a couple years in a row until they have that big breakthrough moment and they finally start to become profitable. So in general, I would really advise against starting a software business because it's a really tough market, and that's especially true if you are a beginner in business. And the truth is that you do not need to code the next Facebook or the next PayPal in order to become wealthy and to live a life of abundance and freedom. You can do that with a simple online business. There's no need for you to reinvent the wheel. And then there's crypto. You should really avoid crypto because, like with most speculative bubbles and trends, most people just lose money on crypto. We've all heard about the story of the crypto millionaire, but you have to keep in mind that that this is the exception, not the rule. 80% of people investing in crypto are going to lose everything. Just like 80% of people who win the lottery, they actually lose everything within a couple years. And that is for a very specific reason. In order to become wealthy and to stay wealthy, you need to develop yourself into a version of yourself that is much better, much more advanced, because the truth is that the version of you that is wealthy is very different from your current self right now. They don't have the same habits, they don't have the same beliefs, they don't have the same thoughts or money habits. So if all of a sudden you are given millions, you will not be able to handle them. More money isn't going to solve bad money skills. And what's quite funny about investing in general is that when most people invest into something, you should do the exact opposite. And even in general in life, if the masses are doing something, you should really do the exact opposite if you want to have access to what no one else has access to. When everyone is buying crypto, when the plumber is buying crypto, when the cashier at the supermarket is buying crypto and they're telling you that you should really invest into it, you should really run the other way. Human beings have a tendency to be very stupid collectively, so the masses, they usually make the wrong decisions. So if you see the masses doing something, usually do the opposite, you'll be good. Instead, you want to become wealthy using an online business, and then you can use crypto to secure your assets. Kind of like with real estate. And you have to keep in mind that the money that you put into crypto, it's essentially like a bet. You have to be willing to lose it. But a lot of people, most of the people who invested in crypto, they don't really have the ability to afford to lose a couple $1,000s. Another business is selling products using Facebook ads. Back then, if you had crappy products, you could still get a nice return on investment on your ads. You could spend $100, make $200 back. So it used to be an effective business model that could in fact generate thousands of dollars per month for your business. However, things have changed. If you've got crappy products, Facebook ads is going to punish you. Your customer acquisition costs are going to shoot through the roof and you won't make a profit, let alone break even. Dropshipping with AliExpress used to work a couple years ago, but so many people got scammed, so many dropshipping stores were scammed, they didn't send the products, or they were so expensive, when it turned out that the quality of the product was complete trash. So many people complained to Facebook and to Stripe that Facebook and Stripe started to ban dropshippers to prevent their ads from being shown to the public. I had a dropshipping store, and in fact many dropshipping stores in high school, and at some point what happened is that we wanted to launch Facebook ads, but Facebook would not let us. We would send them messages, we would contact them, ask them what's wrong. We made sure that the ads had nothing sensitive in them, yet they would not get approved because Facebook knew it was a dropshipping store. I would put so much effort into making great websites, having nice products, and then when it would be time to run Facebook ads to get some traffic, to get some sales, Facebook would just not allow me to launch my ads. And when it did, I actually spent a lot of money, but really lost it all because the costs were so high. The truth is that nowadays you need to build a real e-com brand if you want to succeed in this market. You cannot just get away with selling crappy products that you found on AliExpress or Wish. And also, don't be fooled by the numbers of dropshipping gurus online. It's the profit that matters, not the revenue. If you make $1 million, it seems so great on paper. But what if you actually spent $3 million to make that $1 million? What's the point? You lost $2 million. And even if you manage to be successful at it, the margins are so low, it's not even funny. And you also have to keep in mind that even if you manage to make like $3 in profit per product, you still have to pay taxes on that. And then you have to pay income tax. Like, this isn't a profitable business model at all. You would also have to need to deal with high customer complaints, problems with the delivery of your products. We've seen it with the recent lockdowns. Products couldn't be shipped out. And if you don't have a strong brand and a good relationship with the manufacturers, what could you do? Nothing. You could send the furniture a couple messages on AliExpress, but then what? You just had to wait. And I don't know what you think, but I really believe that just sitting back and waiting for the problems to be solved, for things to get unblocked, it really isn't a viable nor a smart business model. Then there's affiliate marketing. There are two ways that you can do affiliate marketing. The first way is kind of like dropshipping because you need to run ads to a sales funnel and then you sell your product. Compared to dropshipping though, you can make more money if you promote info products because the creators of those products do not have to pay for manufacturing or shipping, so they make more money. Therefore, you usually get a higher percentage in terms of commissions. But even if you do that, even if you promote info products, not physical products, using affiliate marketing, and you run ads into your sales funnel, you would really be lucky if you just manage to break even. Because like I said, ads have become so expensive, it's not even funny. That's why you see guys like Alex Hormozi posting a lot of content on social media. He was a master at ads. Sam Ovens as well. He was a master at ads and he made dozens of millions per year with ads, and now he says that ads are trash, especially on Facebook, and that the way to go it's organic content and especially YouTube. So really the only real way to be actually successful and to make a living out of affiliate marketing is to use organic traffic. Like you can have videos on YouTube, videos on TikTok, and you get traffic this way, you get eyeballs into your sales funnel that way, and then when people buy, it's pretty much all profit. This can actually work because that way you don't have to spend money on customer acquisition. So if you're not really willing to create content on YouTube, on TikTok, maybe even write blogs, this business model is not for you. Online courses, it's actually a very difficult business model to get into because you don't have a lot of social proof and a lot of credibility. People are going to ask themselves, why would you be legitimate to sell me an online course? Now keep in mind, selling an online course doesn't mean selling a how to make money online course. You could sell an online course on how to use Notion. You could sell an online course on how to play the guitar, but people aren't just going to throw $2,000 at an online course to just anyone for any reason. It's like making videos on YouTube. Year after year, the standards are increasing, and back then, you could really make just low quality videos with minimal editing on YouTube and get successful. You could make 20, you could make 30K a month selling courses. Now, this is not the case. It's become close to impossible. And yes, it is still possible, but if I were you, I would not be relying on luck as a business model, because that's not really a business model. That's just being foolish. You're not going to be able to compete with the guy that has 10 times your following because he's been making videos for years and he's got 10 times your social proof and your clients' results. Those are all things that you need to be taking into consideration if you want to start an online course. And most people who manage to make a lot of money selling courses online, they actually don't last very long in the space. They last 2 years, 3 years, maybe 4 years. They have a big spike in their income, and then after that it starts to deteriorate month after month, year after year. It's very hard to stay the go-to person for a specific course over the years because you have to bring a lot of novelty, constantly create content, innovate, and be interesting to people to constantly be ahead of the game. Online courses are indeed extremely profitable, but in order to be able to sell an online course successfully, you first need to develop a skill and then teach that skill to other people. You have to become a good cook before teaching people how to cook, or you have to actually have a successful dropshipping business in order to teach people how to start a successful dropshipping business. While you don't really need to be an expert, because how do you even know that you're an expert? Is it after 10 years, after 5 years, after X amount of results? It can't really be quantified. I like to think that you just need to be a few steps ahead of your ideal customer. For instance, you could teach playing the guitar in an online course. Most people, they would gladly learn to play a couple of songs for their family and friends. They don't really want to become pros, to become Jimi Hendrix. So while you don't need to be an expert, you still need to know what you're talking about. You need to be able to show real-world, tangible results that will resonate with your target audience. And then the other business, and it's actually not just one business, it's to start a service-based business in general. The best business to start, especially if you are a beginner and you have $0 in your pocket to invest, or very little money to invest, less than a few thousand. The best business that you can start is a service-based business because it's got high margins. You can start to do it alone, and then you can delegate the work to freelancers or contractors that you pay on a commission after the work is completed. The advantage with this business model is that the costs are low. It's a low barrier to entry as well, meaning pretty much anyone can get started, and you can maintain and sustain this business for like 6 months, a year, even if you've got no money coming in, because unlike with a software, you don't need to be spending so much money on customer acquisition. You don't really have maintenance costs other than you, your laptop, your internet connection. The only thing that you might need to buy really, it's online courses and coaching and programs from people that are successful in this business, but it's not even a requirement. And other than that, there are no costs really. One offer that is very hot right now is to sell short-form content creation services to entrepreneurs. The thing is that there's more and more competition as the days go by. I get lots of people who pitch me about this kind of offer specifically, and as you can see, I don't even have a massive audience yet. So imagine the people that have 1 million subscribers or more. In order to be successful at it, you need to differentiate yourself clearly from the competition. When you reach out to someone, a potential client, you need to make it clear from the get-go how they're going to benefit from your services. To scale that business, once you have some money coming in, you can hire freelancers and delegate the work, even to virtual assistants for $3 an hour to $7 an hour that you personally train on how to deliver the service that you offer to businesses. So basically, you are just the middleman and you keep a part of the profits. And all you really need to do is to manage the agency overall. You can charge $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, and even more. This is recurring revenue, meaning it is per month, every month. And if this sounds like a crazy number to you, it's not for businesses. If you want, for instance, to sell lead generation services to restaurants, you have to understand that they're already paying $20K a month, $30K a month, maybe even more for the staff, the location, the food, maybe some ads that they already run. one. They have all of those different costs. So if you can get them a nice return on investment, more leads, more clients, they will happily pay you $2,000, $3,000, even more each and every single month, as long as you can deliver on your promise. And you have to remember that it's also a great opportunity for them because it's business money that they're going to spend, so they can deduct it from their taxes. And who doesn't want to pay less taxes? It's a business expense, so they really have nothing to lose. And any business would gladly pay you $3,000 a month if you could make them an extra $6,000 a month. So with that said, let me know in the comments down below if you have a business or which business you would like to start, and I will see you in the next one.